Okay, so this is a Teton Sports 1100. I'm going to show you a little bit of gear here as it's packed. We use some gear and some household items. So as you can see, we have just a small, like a half roll of paper towels, and you can see how that's pretty cramped here. Now, this would be full if you had that water bladder in there. It'd be pretty full. And you can see, we'll just a little bit, take a look down in that bag so you can kind of see how pinched off that is with when you start filling this gear bag up. This is a pretty good representation. The hydration bag would fit in just fine right in here, but it would be fairly cramped. But I'll show you kind of what you can get into this bag and a few of the features. So what we have here is we have a Frog Togs hat, a butt pad, small first aid kit, Frog Togs poncho. That's pretty much it here. So as far as the amount of gear you can carry for a day pack, that's not bad. It's pretty good. So we've got a smart water bottle on the outside. You can put another on the other. And this bag is empty. This bag is empty. And in between here, you have a couple of compression points, 3 actually, one on all the sides. But you can see that down inside here, it's just an open spot in between these 2 pouches. But you can shove things down in the middle of this as well, so you can get a little more gear space out. So yes, you do have a good amount of gear that you can put in this bag, but beyond that, that's about the limit of what you're going to be able to take. Some snacks, a small first aid kit, maybe a hat, a poncho, some additional water, you know, a butt pad for you to sit on and keep your butt dry, and that's gonna be about it. But again, for a day pack, that's about all you need. So this pack, this is the Summit 1500. So what I have in this bag is, again, this portion is empty, but I put snacks in this part. You can also put snacks back here in the back. There's a zippered pouch on the back as well. So there's 2 pouches here. But what I have here is, this is my Frog Togs rain jacket. This is a first aid kit. And so you can see down here, this is where your hydration bag would go, right here. And it would attach right here to this loop. It would fit down in this pocket. And down here you see, comfortably resting in the bottom, a gallon jug. So you can fit a lot of gear into that spot. So one of the things that I generally put in this bag that goes down in that hole is this, and this is a large 6x6 by 4 to 6 depending on how much it expands out. And so that's a first aid kit survival bag. You can get an Nalgene bottle right here well, Nalgene Smart Water. You can get those in the side, so you don't have to use your hydration bag if you don't want to. I know some people love those things. I know some people hate keeping them constantly cleaned out after they're done. I don't care either way. There's value in them, but when I'm on the trail, really the only thing I care about is that I have water, and beyond that I really just don't care. I will say this, I do like these smart water bottles because I do have a Sawyer water filter system in here. I carry a Sawyer Squeeze. I also carry a Sawyer Mini in some of my other bags, and so as far as being able to get water and move it fast into one of these areas, you can. Yes, I am aware that you can use Sawyers and a lot of the water filters in line with your hydration bags, but I generally don't. Life is complicated enough, so I just try to keep it simple, especially out on the trail. The more things that, more bells and whistles, generally speaking, the more opportunity for it to go wrong. So I'm pretty simple. But again, lots of space. This is probably the minimum day pack that I would carry, which is this 1500 for myself, because it will take care of you and if you, like, for example, if you're hiking with a small child, or if you're hiking with, you know, if you're a single parent and you're hiking with children, I like a larger bag because you're just carrying for yourself and others. You know, I would fill the hydration bag and you know, you got water for yourself, and then you got water for other people here. So again, if you're just going solo, this is perfect. If you're going with 2 or more, or for a longer trip, this isn't bad. And then you start moving up into some of these other packs, which we'll review here shortly. These packs, there's no question, you can get a lot of gear in these packs. So I'll talk just a little bit about that. So again, your gallon water jugs are going to just disappear into these. Most people have, especially if you're talking about a day, like a quick overnight trip. A lot of my gear, so here's Clorox disinfecting wipes. Now I have most of my gear that breaks down into overnight, pretty much breaks down into these 3 sizes. Okay, so if you're talking about the amount of volume in a tent or sleeping bag, this is about it. Now you can buy larger bags, but compression sacks and things of that nature will draw them down to about the size of a gallon jug of water. Yeah, maybe just a little bit bigger, but for all, you know, for the most part, you're pretty good to start off with something like this. Next, so mats and say down quilts, especially when you get into things like I do hammock camping as well. You can, you know, a lot of your hammocks are going to be smaller sized like this. Your mats are going to all roll up to something about this size or this size. My tent poles roll up into a sack that's about the size of a half a roll of paper towels. So as you can see, you can get these items very clearly into some of these. You're starting to get them into some of these bags at 1,800 cubic inches, and certainly into the, you know, into your larger, you know, your larger boxes, or your larger packs, because you can just really just pack and box a lot of that stuff in. So these backpacks, as you move up into the 1800 and the 2700 series, you don't have much trouble with them. You really don't have trouble when you get into, you know, when you get above 30 liters and you get into the 50, 60 liter packs, you can store an incredible amount of gear for yourself and other people. So again, we'll pack some of these here shortly, but for the most part, you can get a general idea for what you need and the capacity on some of these smaller day pack bags. But again, for $35 with a hydration bag, you can't go wrong with that pack if you're just doing a solo day hike. If you are moving into longer day hikes, or you're hiking with multiple people and you just need to carry a little bit more, or you need to carry stuff for them, this 1500 is a great pack. This 1800, that is my new day pack, and it will pack enough gear for myself and 2 to 3 other people very, very comfortably. I love the way this pack rides on my back. You can carry a significant amount of weight and not feel it. So again, these are some great packs. This is a little glimpse into my gear, and I will talk a little bit more specifically about my gear and my kit breakdowns and in another video. And so thank you very much for watching, and we'll do more soon.